Welcome everybody, welcome to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here bringing you today's video. As always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book and anything else that might be applicable. I could use the traffic through the Amazon link, so I definitely appreciate it. The contest is obviously over. It was over almost a month ago. I'm sending out the emails right now to the winners. I do have more signed books, so I will be doing more contests coming up. And thank you very much to our patrons. I'll be sending out those prize winners as well. And otherwise, let's get into today's video. Welcome back. This time we're going to talk about Tao Wong again and the 10th book in the Thousand Li. As I mentioned before, one thing that I really like about Tao Wong is that he writes with a finite idea of the beginning and the end of his series. I'm really excited to see what he decides to write next. This, to me, Thousand Li was a massive improvement over System Apocalypse, which I also enjoyed the first half of, but I did read the entire thing. This has been a fantastic journey all the way through. I can't wait to see what he writes next. I'm really looking forward to it. So, Book 10, now we're at the beginning of Wu Ying's fourth arc. His fourth arc and what is going to be the final arc, I believe, for Wu Ying as he continues on his path of cultivation, and he's returned back to his sect. That is the bulk of this book. He still has his companion with him, of course, although that is not, she's not going to be a major part of this book because she's not marrying him. They are companions, but she went out to see the world just as Wu Ying did, and she comes from a family of traders and business people, so she wants to grow her own little business empire as well. So she's going to do her own thing, but she is most definitely a part of Wu Ying and will be a part of Wu Ying's life moving forward. So he returns back to the sect. Now he's not entirely certain how things are going to go with his return to the sect, considering that he was exiled before, but the reason for the exile was for not obeying orders, despite the fact that he was basically a hero in rescuing some people from the sect, although his plan did lead to the death of some pretty strong and well-known people, including his mentor. So it's not entirely certain how it's going to be when he returns, but he is returning with some hope. He's been gone for a long time. The exile was for a certain amount of time, and you know, he is of course allowed back, and he's again very curious how things are going to go. It doesn't go well to begin with. The very introduction back to the sect is a lot of very veiled insults and snubs, and that's one of the things that I like about Tao Wong with this particular series. With his other series, the main character absolutely drove me nuts. I hated him. In fact, I haven't met anybody that's read System Apocalypse and actually liked the main character. The book itself, the storyline, all that, fantastic. The main character, garbage, utter garbage. This time around, the main character is someone that I really like, and even when he does things that I don't agree with or I don't understand, it actually ends up making sense. The way Wu Ying is treated when he first goes to the clan, for me, it would have been F it. I'd have been walking away with both middle fingers extended, but the author does a great job of explaining Wu Ying's thought processes and how much he's willing to take and why. What karmic debts does he believe he owes? What friends does he believe he still owes the chance to, and not sever ties completely without a certain level of pushing, and where those levels are. And then, of course, things start to improve a little bit. He is definitely not greeted with open arms, and he is challenged. Now his power level as such, his cultivation level now, he is technically an elder. He should be an elder. Whether or not they will call him an elder of the sect, that's a totally different question, but he definitely has that level of ability and strength. So he has to go through some trials. He's got some new enemies and within the sect that he has to deal with, or at least figure out how he's going to politically handle them. But eventually he is fully accepted back into the sect, and along with that, getting fully accepted back into the sect, he is in a way given both a promotion and a fairly extreme challenge, in that because of his fame as the Verdant Gatherer and because of his power level and not really knowing exactly what they should do with him, because he's strong enough to be in certain areas, but that would step on other people's toes, they basically create a brand new department. He is in charge of creating a brand new department, the Wandering Gatherers Department, and train new Wandering Gatherers. That gets interesting in and of itself. Pretty cool how it works out, how he does his testing, how he ends up building up this department, because it turns out when they tell him he is now in charge, he's now a department head and elder and in charge of building up this department, that department doesn't come with funds, it doesn't come with a budget, it doesn't come with anything. He has to provide everything. So he has to figure that out, because again, he hasn't been here for a decade. He has almost no contribution points, nothing to do with the sect. So he's got to figure all of that out while managing to train, build up the department, train up his Wandering Gatherers, and deal with the fallout that entails, with the little missions that entails, and train them up. And Book 10 kind of does span the length of multiple years, which is really cool and really fun too, because he is now at a point where he's sort of, his lifespan is so long and his cultivation and power level is such that years mean nothing to Wu Ying. Taking 5 or 10 years to do something is a blink of an eye for him at this point, or should be as far as his future goes. So we will see moving forward how much more Wu Ying manages to grow and further himself within the cultivation. But so far, Book 10 was another fantastic addition to the series, and if you like cultivation books, you have got to be reading 1000 Li. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.